In nature, there are many interesting phenomena that take place, and one of my favorites is mimicry. What is mimicry, you may be asking yourself? Well, the word mimic means to imitate. And the best example of a mimic that I can think of off the top of my head is those parrots where if you say a word, they repeat it. You know, like you say Polly wants a cracker, and then the bird says Polly want a cracker. Or you say the F word, and then the bird says the F word, and then it happens in front of little kids, and then you have to explain to little kids that, oh, you don't say the F word, but then a parrot says it to them, so they're getting really confused. But yeah, that's a mimic. But in biology, it goes by a different definition. This is a definition I stole from one of my textbooks that I bought from my university for like $100, and it's finally become useful. The definition goes like this. Mimicry is a phenomenon in which one species has evolved or learns to look or sound like another species. Or a simple explanation would be,
Same, but different.
Mimicry comes in different forms, such as defensive, aggressive, or automimicry. Defensive mimicry is when an organism avoids harmful encounters by deceiving predators into thinking it's harmful. There are many different forms of defensive mimicry, but the two most common are Batesian and Mullerian mimicry. Batesian mimicry, named after Henry Walters Bates, who was an English naturalist who studied butterflies in the Amazon, first described this phenomena. In this form of mimicry, there is a model organism that is unpalatable and or dangerous, and displays this to predators with aposematic coloration. For example, you could see this in poison dart frogs. They alert predators with their bright coloration to warn them that they're dangerous. Then there's a mimic who isn't unpalatable or dangerous, but has similar coloration and pattern to the model. For example, a hoverfly, which doesn't have a stinger, has similar coloration to a yellow jacket, which have a stinger and are dangerous and aggressive. The hoverfly benefits by looking like the dangerous model because predators will mistake the harmless hoverfly for a dangerous organism like the yellow jacket. You may be thinking, well, bees and other wasps have stingers and can be dangerous and have similar coloration. Is that Batesian mimicry? And the answer would be no. This would be a case of Mullerian mimicry, where many dangerous or unpalatable organisms share similar coloration. This would be the case for yellow jackets, paper wasps, and many bee species like the honeybee. Each of these species has similar coloration and are dangerous since they have stingers that can cause some damage to predators. Having the same coloration enforces the idea that the pattern means danger and predators should avoid them. Mimicry doesn't have to be only defensive. This is where aggressive mimicry comes in. Aggressive mimicry is when a predator or parasites imitate something harmless in order to catch prey. An example of this would be with alligator snapping turtles, who have a worm-like appendage in their mouth that they use to lure prey. The appendage seems harmless to the prey and actually imitates the food source of the prey. Another example would be the anglerfish, with their lantern on their head, which lures in prey with a harmless light that leads them straight to their death. The last form of mimicry that we'll go over is automimicry. Automimicry is intraspecific, which means it takes place within one single species. This type of mimicry has a couple different forms, and I don't really know much about this because I literally found out about it when I was doing research for this video. The one form we're going to talk about was the one that I found most interesting, and that is when an individual has a fake part of their body that resembles another part of their body. So some species of fish have eye spots on the tail end of their body. This confuses predators because the predator thinks it's looking at them and maybe even will attack the hind end thinking it's the vital head. Some butterflies take this a step further and have fake heads on the back of their body to also confuse predators. A really cool example of this is in caterpillars having fake heads that resemble that of a snake. So hopefully you guys learned something about mimicry. And well, the reason I made this video is, well, I have a degree in ecology and I don't have friends, so I can't really talk about this kind of stuff with them. That I would share all my useless knowledge with the internet. So hopefully you guys learned something. Okay, bye.